Welcome back. It is opening night at a Portland theater, the Sanctuary at Sandy Plaza. On stage, Our Mother's Brief Affair, and two of the actors joining us this afternoon, Michelle Maida and Alex Fox. They play mother and son in this play. And Michelle, I'll start with you. The title, very catchy, Our Mother's Brief Affair. So what is the central plot of the story?
The central plot of the story is about Anna's affair. I play Anna. She's the mother. She has two children. And it's kind of a relationship thing between children and parents, and what do you believe and what you don't believe. Anna goes back and forth between being in her 40s to in her probably late 70s and suffering dementia. And this is when she's revealing her affair. And the twist to the plot is who the affair is with, which I'm not going to say because you have to come see the play to find out.
And Alex, for audience members, is this a comedy? Is it real emotional? Was it going to tug at your heartstrings a little bit?
All of that.
Okay.
It's realistic. And it's funny in that realistic way, you know, that's kind of heartbreaking and funny and sad and sweet all at the same time. So,
which is so much emotion from any family. What is the message, the takeaway, Michelle?
That's a really good question. The takeaway, I think, of this play is, did she or didn't she? You know, and how much do you, we had a preview last night, and the audience members talked about how much they believed and loved the relationship she had with this affair, but did she have the affair or didn't she have the affair?
Because you mentioned your character has dementia, and so her children are left to determine whether this happened or not. Well, we would love to see a scene, so we'll give information as you move over and get into place and show us some of what will happen at Our Mother's Brief Affair. There's the information. It's running March the 8th through the 31st. We're missing the one there on the screen. March 8th through the 31st at the Sanctuary at Sandy Plaza. It's trianglepro.org. Here's a scene.
who was she?
I love the fall colors.
She looked good in Russian hats.
Air conditioning is the key to civilization.
She could be intensely absent.
The houses in Great Neck with their manicured lawns.
She was an average situational liar, but not at all a maker of fables.
I barely bumped the fender. I bet there's not even a scratch. Shut your mouth and let's go.
She had a tendency to be still. She had a tendency to pose.
Is there a mirror?
She asked on her deathbed. On it turned out her many series of deathbeds. The heart was no longer charging, the lipstick was.
The potato chip is nature's most perfect food.
As the one pleasing-looking member of a squat family, her beauty was never in doubt.
In high school, I won a scholarship to attend any college in the state of New York, but we were poor. I had to work.
She was thinner than other mothers and less able.
As I sow, so shall I rip.
She said 5 or 6 witty things and then repeated them.
My mother was a miserable woman. Your father is a miserable man.
She was nostalgic, but not for anything that had ever happened.
I was close to Sophie, but Miri and I were best friends.
By way of contrast to nobody, her life was seamed with tragic events.
Miri died at 21 of lupus. The same thing as Flannery O'Connor did 21 years later. When I heard that, I took a book of Flannery O'Connor's out of the library.
She was a big reader.
I didn't care for it.
She liked to read crap.
I love literature.
As the senility ripened, you'd find the same acetate-wrapped library copy of Mary Higgins Clark over and over again. But you read this, you'd say.
Did I?
She never used endearments or nicknames. You never called Sweetie or Booger.
Seth.
If your name was Seth, you were called Seth, because you can't diminish Seth except by extending it, and who's going to bother with the extra syllable?
I love October.
She liked October.